Welcome back YouTube. My name is Dennis Panuta for tutorials.eu. In this video you are going to learn about comparison operators. Therefore, let's go ahead and use one so you can see what a comparison operator is. Let's say 6 is less than 5. And if that's the case, then just print yes onto the console. So let's execute that code, and as you can see, nothing happens. So it doesn't execute it. And why is that? That is because 6 is not less than 5. 6 is in fact greater than 5. So if we check that out once again with a print statement where we just say 6 less than 5, if we execute that, we get false here, which means that this statement is false. And as you already know from the last video, the if statement needs to have a condition that is true, otherwise it won't execute its code. That's why this print statement here with the yes statement is never going to be printed, because this condition here is not true. So let's check it out with a different one. Let's check it out with 5 lower or less than 6. Let's print that, and as you can see, this statement here now is true. So now if we would use that statement at the top here, then we get this printed yes onto our console. So that's a good thing. Now we can also use variables in order to store a boolean with them. So let's say we have b equals false. So we have this variable and we set its value to false. And here it's important that we use the capital F. As you can see now it's green, which indicates that Python understands that this is a boolean in this case. And now let's print b onto the console just to check. And as you can see, well, b is simply false. Now, what we also can do is we can store an actual comparison in our variable. So this result variable is going to be the result of 5 lower 6 or less than 6. Now, if we check result now and we print something on the console, something like 5 is less than 6. Let's do that. As you can see, we get this printed onto the console. So let's check a different thing. Let's check result here. Let's just see what result is. So let's execute that again. And as you can see, result is true. So result now is a boolean variable, which contains a boolean. And a boolean only has 2 values. It can either be true or it can be false. So this result here is true because 5 is less than 6. That's why this if statement is printing out that code here onto the console. So there you can see the text. Now, less than and greater than are not the only ones that there are. There are equal comparisons as well. So let's check it out. Let's print out 5 double equal 5. Now you might wonder, why do we need double equal? That is because a simple equal, one single equal, is setting a value, and 2 equal signs, they compare values. So when you see double equal, that is always a comparison. And as you can see, 5 equal 5 is true. Why is that? Well, because 5 is 5. But if we do something like print 5 equal 4, then we get false, because this statement here is incorrect. 5 is not 4. It's as simple as that. Now you can do this also with strings. So let's create a word, which is just going to be hello, very basic word. And we are going to print word equal hello.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
Now let's see what happens. As you can see, we get the statement true. That's because word in fact has the value of hello. That's why this statement here is true. Then we can also check out if word is equal word. Let's see if that's true. And as you can see, that's false. Even if we would use word with a small or uncapitalized letter. As you can see, it's false. That's why it's not comparing the name of the word variable, it's comparing its contents. So we're comparing the content, which is hello, to this word content, which is not true. That's why we get this false statement here. Now we can also do something which is an unequal comparison, which means, so let's use word again, which is going to be hello once again. Actually, we didn't need to create that, but I'm just going to create it in a different row in here or a different cell. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to print word unequal hello. And this statement here is going to be false. Why is that? Because we are comparing the content of word and we are asking, is it not equal hello? So an exclamation mark plus the equal sign will result in a not equal. So this means not equal. And therefore we get false. Let's check it out. And we see false. Now let's do the same with this word example that we had. So I'm going to copy and paste that real quick. And I'm going to use an exclamation mark here as well and execute that. And as you can see, this statement now is true because we are saying word is not equal the word word. And that's why the statement is true. Now, of course, you can do the same thing with numbers. But how we're going to look at it is greater equal or less than equal. So let's print 5 less than 5 onto the console, and that will give us false. But if we do something like print 5 less than equal 5, we get true. Why is that? Because we're checking, is 5 lower or less than or equal 5? It is not less than, but it is equal 5. That's why this statement here is true, so that's why we get printed true onto the console. Now we can do the same thing with greater than. So print 5 greater 5, that will of course be false. But then if we say print 5 greater equal 5, that will be true. So that's really important, not just for if statements, but also for loops, which we're going to cover later on. That's why I wanted to really put an emphasis on comparison operators.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like. And if you have any questions or suggestions, then leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, if you really love the content and you would like to have more of it or pretty much all of it, then of course check out the link in the description to my whole course. See you in the next video.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.